John, I thought one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the show was because I don't know any other companies that are doing what you're doing, and development, especially in Los Angeles, is booming. It has been booming. It's going to continue, and we're seeing a tremendous transition from old properties, old land, and into new opportunities. So I wanted to talk about that. I thought that was really interesting, and I didn't see anybody else doing anything like it. Development in Los Angeles is very complex. It's very complicated. It's a very long process. It's very bureaucratic. And I personally, I work with a lot of developers. I work on development deals myself. So I'm familiar with it to a certain regard. I'm not a developer, I will say. I've never developed anything, but I've been through the process with clients of mine. So I wanted to ask first, where did this idea for Brick+Work come from?
Yeah, so I started off my career as a mortgage loan broker, but eventually I got my broker license. I also did some real estate transactions here and there for just, clients of mine that were my borrowers. But eventually I had clients kind of stump me years back when they were in the middle of an escrow for 3 lots attached in Koreatown. And they had asked me, hey, so, there's this kind of development boom going on even within Koreatown. So they had asked, what do you think a developer would kind of value or pay for these properties if we went ahead and entitled them? And so that question led me on to kind of this path where I didn't know. And so the first thing I did was reach out to consultants. So I reached out to an architect, and land use consultant, Alex Irvine, who eventually ended up being my partner, and kind of a financial guy as well. So we got them all in a conference room, and obviously all of them require a retainer and kind of an engagement to kind of get to that answer. And that answer was too open-ended, was what we realized after that meeting. Was you kind of have to know specifically what you're looking at as far as the development is concerned to then get a better idea of what that would be worth to a different developer. So I just felt that was, and the cost I think was probably upwards of tens of thousands to kind of engage everybody to get to that answer. And so after that meeting, I just felt that there was kind of this void or this lack of an ability to get this answer quickly. That's it, just the initial due diligence, if that makes sense. So, my clients weren't necessarily going to build it, so they didn't want to take, this all the way down to that path, but they just kind of wanted to roughly know, what are the metrics? What am I looking at? What can you build? And so, yeah, that really started the journey. And obviously I had a follow-up meeting with Alex, and we kind of shared the same idea, but on different perspectives. I was more on the broker end, and my partner Alex was more on the developer end, where his clients kept, pinging him and saying, okay, Alex, you're working on this one project. For me, it's going great, but I have like 3 others that I'm considering. Can you give me your quick analysis on it? So obviously he wanted to kind of create some sort of website or ability to tackle those requests as they were kind of interrupting what he was doing, which is really getting that project fully entitled with the city.
Right. And how long have you guys been at it now?
I would say about getting close to 2 years.
Okay.